What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Shar. Y'all know what time it is. Hit the like button, turn the notification on, and subscribe to the channel because I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Listen, y'all make it do what it do, what it do, what it do. And remember to speak when you walk on in the chat because ain't nobody sleep with you last night. All right. Now that we got all the accolades out the way, hello and lottie-dottie to everybody. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So they show this clip geared towards reunion part 3 that will be happening tonight. Carlos is basically making reference to the whole comment that Marsau made and said that he absolutely don't believe that Tisha would be 100% faithful to him given the opportunity, correct? And Carlos like, well, this girl done stood by you in some of the craziest situations. Now, Carlos didn't say what the situation's for, but I'm here to remind you, okay? She stood by you when she had the back pits. She stood by you when you talked about the text messages, right? She stood by you when you took that trip to Africa. She stood by you recently when Kiki made the comment of you having a threesome, and the list goes on and on and on. So how dare you, one incident, when she turns around and say, I thought I was pregnant, so I took a pregnancy test, turn around and say, you better go ahead and find out who baby that is, okay? Because it's not mine, right? Now, not only was it disrespectful, it showed her where you are and what you really think of her. Now, for me, I'm just the outsider, right? No strings attached. Say what the hell you want to say. But for her, she should feel salty, right? She should have salt in her nostrils, in her mouth, because he actually keeps continuing to show you how much he really dislikes you. And he do not like you on a level of love, support, and all of those things, right? He like you enough to get what he can get, but he doesn't like you enough to think when he's making reference to you, to think when he's talking about you. He like you enough only to get to what he can and say, that's my wife, right? A lot of people go around with the notion that that's my wife, and that's as far as it go. They never want to do what's required of a husband, which is to protect the individual, right? Or your other half. That means comments, that mean response. You're always going to consider your other half. And we have not seen you do that, right? Now, what I didn't like in this episode, in this particular clip, is Tisha is laughing like it's funny. You didn't laugh so much that you forgot what normal looked like, okay? Or what a normal response should be and how it should be presented. You forgot that. So much so that you think everything is funny. That is not the same. You shouldn't even be laughing because at this point, everybody's looking at you like she's a motherfucking clown, okay? With that being said, you too old to be stupid, okay? So he gives you a narrative, and y'all know how he do. He sends everybody on the merry-go-round so that you can flow with his traffic, right? Take you off the main road so that you can get on the back road where he could ditch the hell out of you. And that's what he do with his conversation. And that's what he started to do. He gave an analogy of if somebody came and said, hey, I'm having a baby by you, and he says, let's get the blood test, that will be equal to her getting a pregnancy test thinking that she was pregnant. She's like, that's not the same thing, but she laughed it off. Chuckle is what got you in the situation because you laughed off. You continue to laugh off things that shouldn't be laughed off, that they needed to be addressed immediately, right? So I wonder where you're going to change gears, and you the first one to say that if it was so, you'll be gone. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, right? I believe you'll stand there, well, through thick and thin. That's my husband. I believe you would say that. I don't believe for a second that you would actually leave him. He would have to leave you before you leave him because that's just who you are, okay? So it's not funny. Stop laughing. That's why you are in the predicament that you are in now, right? And he shows you repeatedly what he feels and thinks about you. Why don't you yourself believe him? Hell with us, okay? You don't believe him because then that will be reality for you, and you don't want to swallow reality, okay? And I love the fact that Melody was encouraging her to stand her ground, right? And stand on business. So I love that. Most people might say, oh, Melody needed to be, had nothing to do with her. No. She was encouraging her as if she wasn't Tisha, as if she was just a random woman. That's right. Stand on what you're talking about. Stand on business. Consider yourself first, because he's not going to do it, right? So I love that yup, girl, get him. All right. I love that. All right. So listen, y'all meet me in the comment section. Turn your notification on and subscribe to the channel, because I promise you will not be disappointed. If you aren't following me on any forms of social media, go ahead and follow me at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X at Shar's Reality. If you aren't following me on my backup page, go ahead and follow me at Shar's World number 6. All right, checkmates, until next time. Bye.